I'm Jane Davenport. I'm a mixed media artist, best-selling author, I can say that legitimately, and art journaler, I suppose I would describe myself as mostly. I started my creative journey, funnily enough, as one of the kids who could draw at school, and I never really quit that. I just loved it. I had a magic set of pencils that my dad would, he would sharpen them with a razor blade at home every night. So there was something special about them. And because of those magic pencils, I always felt the freedom and that love of drawing. So when other kids stopped drawing, I kept going. And like I said, never really stopped. I actually went and studied fashion illustration, about to show off in Paris. Ooh la la. And had a wonderful time over there, as you can imagine. But drawing and drawing the human figure, especially women, just is something that I absolutely adore and always have. But I went and had a whole career in fashion. I did fashion design, textile design, and eventually came to fashion photography, and actually worked as a catwalk photographer in London, Paris. Had a great time doing that until I discovered ladybugs. I call them ladybugs. Oh, you call them ladybugs maybe in your part of the world. I say ladybirds, which are those little red insects sitting on flowers. I had this whole career as a insect photographer. So I started calling myself an artemologist. It's a word I made up. So I could also say I was the world's leading artemologist, play on entomology. And from there, always kept my drawing and painting up as a hobby. But eventually I kind of got sick of photography and really picked back up on my drawing and painting. Discovered by accident this thing called art journaling. The first time I saw an art journal, I could hear angels singing. I thought it was the most magical thing I'd ever heard of. Then I discovered the whole mixed media community, and where I'd been working as a fine artist, I had a gallery at the time. Usually in fine arts, once you find that thing that makes you unique and different, you hang on to it for dear life. With mixed media, we share everything. And I love that about mixed media. And I've really made it the core of everything that I do creatively. As soon as I work something out, like a new technique, a new way of doing things, I can't wait to share it with everyone else because there's so much joy in that. So I have a condition called rainbowitis, and it's the love of art supplies. It's highly contagious, and I actually have acute rainbowitis, which is not just the love of art supplies, but it's also the need to arrange all my art supplies in rainbow formation. And it just gives me such joy to create my own art supplies, my own creative tools that can help and inspire other people. What I've learned through my online teaching is that people can be a little bit afraid to let go and let their creative expression out. And I just do everything that I can to help people let go of perfectionitis and just enjoy that time that you have playing with colour, playing with art tools. It just brings so much happiness and joy into my life. So I know what it can do, and we all need more happiness in the world. So we can do that, one drawing, one die cut, one marker stroke at a time. I'm delighted to be able to show you everything I've been working on with Spellbinders. Okay, I just have to take a moment because I do kind of get a little bit overexcited when I talk about my little beautiful deep sea die cutter. If you know my work, you know that I love drawing mermaids. So of course, that is what is on this. We've got mermaids galore. Why have something normal? Why not have something beautiful, right? This is very high quality. It's Spellbinders. So this can really take a bit of a beating. I have tried so hard to break my machine and I can't. So one of the things that I love oh, I mean, I love this the most, but second love to do with this is the neon pink cutting plates. They're so gorgeous. I mean, a little bit of neon pink makes me very happy, but also when I am die cutting with this thing, creating my own stickers and embellishments, I make a nest of paper and I can always find my cutting plates. So I love these guys. In this, the embossing mat is embossing mat color, but the embossing plate, she is gorgeous. Mauve. And I just have to show you this. I know it's a little tiny detail, but on the cutting plate, this is what all goes through this little machine. It's even got one of my little mermaid scale little dies. I love her. So this is what we make a little sandwich with. I'll show you all about her later. But let me tell you about some of the other fantastic things that I have in my collection. So working with Spellbinders is fantastic because this is what they're known for, dies. So the quality is just incredible. And what's been amazing is taking my work, which is very fluid, a lot of watercolor, and converting that into a metal shape that can then cut out paper, and it still keeps that energy and that original essence. So in this collection, there's lots of cute, of course, whimsical girls, mermaids, naturally, beautiful flowers, unicorns, feathers, and of course, this is my favorite blue, barley blue, and you will notice the theme. It matches the deep sea die cutter and other little elements in my collection. The next thing I want to show you is my new stamps, and most of them have multiple pieces that are in each set. Of course, we're going to see the gorgeous whimsical girls, flowers, beautiful faces, and these all mix and match so you can do all sorts of different creative things and make them completely your own. Stencils are a big part of my creative world, and I'm so happy that I have 6 new gorgeous stencils. These are to help you build faces, again, so that you can make these your own, but they're a really good starting point. A lot of people are a little bit scared of drawing faces, and there's really nothing to be scared of. These are training wheels. Having said that, I use my own stencils for faces all the time, and I drew these in the first place, so I know I can draw them. They just get the work done a little quicker. And when you're working with an art journal, sometimes you might not have a lot of time, and that's where stencils can really make a big difference. They just get you into your art and on your creative way a little bit quicker. So these are the sets. Underneath each of the sets, there's some beautiful artwork. I love to try and sneak in as much of my artwork as I can in all of these things so that you've got something to maybe help inspire you. But let me show you one of the fun details on the stencils. Of course, they're clear, so you can audition your work. And let me just quickly show you what I mean by that. Because the stencils are clear, you can see through them and you can work out where they might work on your page. It helps you pre-visualize in your mind's eye to be able to see where things might go. And it's a great way to get ideas in your artwork. This is the new collection binder, and this is what I wanted to show you. They clip in straight into the binder like so. So I've got all of the stencils here. I like to keep them in the front of my binder. Sometimes I like to keep them clipped in here at the front. We've got that nice clip there at the front. There's also a full page pocket in here, and these are the perfect place to store the new washi sheets. Let me show you the magic of these. We all love washi tape, right? This is just washi tape, supersized. It's a whole page of delicious washi. So you can use these as a whole piece to maybe cover a journal. You can use them in card making. They also go through the deep sea die cutter, of course, but you can rip them up, use them as backgrounds, whatever you want to use your washi sheets for. There's 4 different designs. 2 of these are our beautiful washi girls, and of course there's a mermaid set, and there's 2 different designs in those as well. They fit in this nice big full page pocket. These are the colorist stickers. So these have got a gold foil. Let me shimmer and shake that for you so you can see the foil. It's very beautiful. You can put a bit of journaling in there, use them just for embellishment, in planners, in your mixed media, just however you want. This is silver. This is a pink foil. I think this is my favorite, the pink foil. Today it's my favorite, and another bright gold. And like I said before, I love to sneak my artwork into my products wherever I can. So it's like a little bonus print that you've got there that you can use in your planner, in your journal, wherever you like. So I'm going to put these in here, nice and safe, and continue on my tour. These pockets hold all of the dies in the whole collection. So they're easy to see what you've got. You can see if you're missing any little pieces, get them put away in the right spot. Sometimes I like to put a little bit of washi tape just on the bottom pockets, just to keep everything neat and tidy. When you've got, so many choices and so many beautiful things, it makes a difference being able to find what you want. That's why I created the binder. Here are all of the stamps. They fit in here. So I can show you actually some of the designs that I didn't show you before. I've got the cute little unicorn, all of the faces, lots of flowers, inspirational sayings, and there's still room in here for you to add some more stamps if you want to, and to keep growing your collection. And there's one more nice big pocket in the back. One of the things I love to do is take the stamps out from here, just remove the little front or the backing card, and I like to just pop them on the front there. It just removes one more step. You could also just peel them right off and just stick them on here. So you've just got a book of stamps, lots of ideas and inspiration ready for you at your fingertips whenever you feel the urge to create. And one gorgeous little extra element at the very end is the little band, just to keep everything together. You can either put it that way or that way. Use it as a belt, use it as a headband. Enjoy it. It's very beautiful. These are the new Squid inks. They're a hybrid ink, which means they work beautifully with both my new smooth markers and watercolor. They're also a multi-purpose, multi-surface ink that you can heat set. So I'm very excited about them. The different colors, of course, have got super cute names. I'm just going to show you some. Sea anemone, scallop shell, marlin, and mermaid eyes. These are the gorgeous bright colors. And then we go into a neutral set that you can also use as skin tones. Here's a little clasp at the side. Just lift it off like that. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? And it's so nice in the hand. It's a real ergonomic feel. It's so easy to stamp with these things. Plus, they're super cute. This is sunburnt. This is my original vision, was to have them look like a mermaid's tail when they're all set out. So when you're working with them at home, it's fun. We always want to do lots of fun things. This colour is called Sun-Kissed. This is Sandy Toes. I like to get all my colours all organised. This is Suntan. Then we've got 2 metallics. Let me show you those. That's the gold and the silver. So this is silver trinket and gold bullion. These ones, it's best to keep these upside down, and they've got a slightly different type of pad. These are a felt pad, these are a foam pad, and they come with a re-inker so that you can keep them nice and fresh and glimmering. There's also, of course, beluga white, beautiful, one of my favourite animals, and black. Cave Black is the name of that one. So they all sit in nestled like this, or they stack beautifully with their names to the outside so that you can always find what it is that you're looking for. And to continue the joy of ink, Here are some more stamps. So these are a tin of glances and a tin of mermaids. It's a different type of stamp. This is the beautiful red rubber. Tons of detail in these. I think these may be my most used item. Oh, maybe the black cave squid ink, that would be the second most used item. And these gorgeous little mermaids here. I love using this little jellyfish to make eyes. I'll show you that later. And then we can also use gorgeous smooth markers to colour all of these things. Sorry, squid ink. Just move you out of the way. These are my smooth markers. And I mentioned my fashion illustration background. This is why I'm overjoyed with having my own alcohol markers, because this is the medium that I really experimented with the most as a professional creative. There's 2 sets, and actually I just need to rewind. This little clasp is in my favourite Barley Blue. I'm sneaking that in wherever I can. These little containers, these little wallets are fantastic. Really, with your alcohol markers, you should store them horizontally. It will help them last longer. I've got markers that I've had for 100 billion years because I keep them horizontally, and you can just stack them up like this. They're great for travel, obviously. The 2 colour ranges are a warm and a cool, but more than that, these are lots and lots of skin tones, from the lightest to the most beautiful dark. That is called Feathered Friends. The other set, which has more of the cool tones in it, is Mesmerizing, perfect for doing gorgeous eyes and mermaid hair. Let's have a little look at one of the markers. When you get them, they actually come completely sealed so that they come to you super fun and fresh. There's 2 tips. The larger tip is the tip that I use the most. It's got quite a fine point at the end and quite a full little belly. That's so that you can get lots of ink down, so you get a nice smooth writing and drawing and painting experience with them. The other end, oh, I love that click. That click, that is a good little sound. It means everything's airtight in there and things will last a good long time. This is a very fine point. This is perfect for little tiny details, eyelashes, but also for lettering. And this is so you can see the actual colours. This is on paper from one of my journals. There's really beautiful colour range. And you can create a little colour chart in the back here. All you need to do is just pull out the information that comes with them, switch it around, and you've got a swatching card there that you can colour each one in. My tip with alcohol markers is you always need to test them on the paper that you're going to use them with, because they behave so differently on every type of paper, which makes them so exciting to use. Thank you for joining me on this little journey through my new collection. I can't wait to see what you do with Artemology. Thanks for watching. If you like this video and you want to see more from Scrapbook.com, please like, share, subscribe, ring that bell, leave a comment, send us a love message. Happy crafting.